Hello, this is Katie from Crafting Ruby Dreams and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope if you find anything in this video useful, you will hit the like button so that YouTube knows to recommend it to others. I also hope you'll consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of when future videos are available. Here on my channel, I discuss planners, goal setting, writing, publishing, and getting right with my finances. And today, in line with getting right with my finances, I talk about having an investing plan. Before I start today's topic, I want to make it clear that I am not a financial advisor or a financial professional in any way. So please consider consulting with a financial professional if you have any questions. The first thing you want to do when considering creating an investment plan is identify why you are investing in the first place. Are you trying to save for retirement? Are you trying to save for a loved one's education that you want to contribute to? Are you trying to save for your dream home? What is it that is drawing you to the idea of investing? And the reason for doing this, I think, most important step is because that is going to guide you to the various financial tools that are going to best serve you meeting what your needs are in order to make your goals happen. So once you've identified why you are choosing to invest, research the various financial tools that are available to you. You want to make sure that you can match those tools to your goals, and if you have long-term goals versus shorter-term goals, in general, investing tends to be over multiple years, but there are tools out there that you can do for less than a year. So once you've identified a number of different tools, you may be at the stage of, okay, I know why I am investing, and I've identified these various tools that I think might be right for my needs, but I'm not sure where to go next. What you may want to consider doing is booking time with a financial professional in order to do basically a consultation. When approaching a financial professional for a consultation, be very upfront and clear about why you are approaching them, because that will help shape their expectations of the meeting as well as your own. Many are in the business of selling their consultation services and or financial tools. So having it made clear upfront that right now you are just exploring your options, they're going to be able to tailor what they discuss with you to meet your needs and hopefully make a connection with them, because they are always looking for new clients. So when you are in research mode, and if one of your goals is to invest for retirement, look at what your employer offers in terms of programs, because if they have something available that, number one, you can contribute automatically through your paycheck to, and number two, and more importantly, if they will match any level of contribution to that program, you're going to want to take advantage of that, because not participating in that program, especially if there is a match available, that means that you are leaving money on the table that could be yours. I want you to do a deep dive into research. Take a look at all of the YouTube videos out there on investment plans and investing and how to invest, and also take advantage of any financial professionals in your area who will offer initial consult services to help you figure out what the various options for you are out there. And it may be that you are not in a place right now for investing because you have other higher priorities in terms of your financial life. That's fine. And if they're a good financial professional, they'll take everything into account and give you the best advice available. But another resource that I also want you to consider is your local public library. A lot of them have a lot of financial tools available for use, and many of them are electronic resources. So take a dive into what your local public library offers. So let's talk about my investing plan. First off, I have higher priorities than investing at this point in my financial life. Number one is I'm trying to pay down debt, and number two, I would like to build a more immediately available to me savings account with an emergency fund and a few other things that I'm specifically savings for. And if you want to see that video, I will link it in a card above and as well as in the description. But in terms of actual investing, I do invest, but the investments that I do are very passive in that they are primarily for retirement, and they have typically come out of my paychecks. And my current employer does offer a program where they will match up to a 5% contribution to the retirement plan. So when I first started at my current employer, I have a sibling who he does not work for my employer, but he is able to contribute to the same retirement system. And so I consulted with him and said, hey, I'm having trouble figuring this out. What's your experience? And he immediately said, make sure you are doing 5% at least minimum, because that is what they will match it up to. So again, if your employer offers a matching program for a retirement savings account for you, max that out. Do not leave any of that on the table. Just automatically do that. I do have another coworker who contributes more to the retirement plan, but again, our employer only matches up to 5%. Since that is the max that they are doing, that is what I decided to do. I maxed their matching contribution out, and I am using the money that is not going to that in order to pay down debt and build up my savings. I also have other retirement accounts from previous employers and their programs. I have thought about rolling two into my current retirement fund because it would make sense. But the third one that is from a previous employer, I am not touching that. Because if I were to take that money out before I am of eligible retirement age, even if I am rolling it over into another retirement plan, I will lose all of my previous employer's contributions to that investment account. I am not willing to lose that money. And it's not overall a whole lot, but honestly, but I feel I am owed that money because I worked for it, and therefore I am entitled to it. And so I am letting that particular account sit until I hit retirement age, whatever that might be. So in general, when it comes to investments, it's good to take a periodic look at them, but unless you're like a day trader or something like that, where it is part of the investment plan to constantly move your money about, if you have plans where it is supposed to be aggregate across multiple markets and that kind of thing, it's generally best not to look at it on a routine basis, because personally, I know the money is there. I am not close to retirement. I know I need to work on building up other savings plans for retirement, but I have these other higher priorities right now. As I said, pay down debt and build an emergency fund and pay for other high ticket items that I want to acquire and need to acquire, frankly. So those are higher priorities. But also don't let those accounts sit unchecked, because it's good to know the average. Like, look at it once a year. If you have an account such as my current one, my active one that I am actively contributing to, I go in about once a year and adjust the distribution of my contributions to different types of accounts within the main account. And I also go in and adjust what is already there to maybe bring in other accounts. So there's 2 levels of allocation that I will go in and adjust yearly. It's good to be aware of your financial health, but it's also good not to stress yourself out over your financial health if you can. If it's not an immediate concern, it's not something to stress over. So going over what you need to consider when you are creating an investment plan is, number 1, identify why you are investing. Do your research as to the financial tools out there and available to you. Consider consulting with a professional. Look into your employer and see if they offer any kind of investment plan for you, and if they offer a matching program that you can take advantage of and max it out. If nothing else, if your employer offers a matching program, I will say this over and over and over again, max out that matching program. You are entitled to that money and take advantage of it. And finally, look at all the resources that are available to you, from YouTube to your public library to financial professionals in your area, and your friends and family who are willing to talk finances with you, that have experience in what you are trying to do, so that you not only learn about what has worked best for them and what their goals are, because keep in mind, their goals are not going to be your goals, but also what hasn't worked well for them. And it's a lifelong process. It is definitely something that you should factor into your overall financial plan for your life. I wish you the best of luck. As I said, not a financial professional, but these are things that I've learned in the course of my life and have found useful. So if you have found anything in this video useful, I hope you will consider hitting the like button so that YouTube knows to recommend this video to others. I hope you will also consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of when future videos are available. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop them below. And thank you so much for joining me here today. I value your presence. It's October of 2020, and if you are in the United States and are eligible to vote, I hope you will take advantage of that right to vote and convince all of your family and friends to vote also. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and may all your dreams be Ruby dreams. Bye-bye.